Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's broadcast of Water, Wind, Wine Ministries. I want to talk to you today about why fearing people is a trap. Now, we're going to be discussing Luke chapter 12, verses 1 through 7. Have you ever found yourself going through something that you knew wasn't right just because you were afraid of what others might think of you or do to you? Today, we're diving into this powerful message from Luke chapter 12. I'm sorry I'm looking weird because my camera is on my computer, which is my laptop, but I have bigger screens above me. And so it's causing my eyes to go in the wrong place. So if I'm not looking directly at you, that is why. Okay. Picture this scene that a massive crowd is gathered and they're so packed that people are literally trampling each other. Jesus looks at this chaos and begins teaching his disciples something crucial about fear and authenticity. That's what's happening in Luke chapter 12. In the meantime, when an innumerable multitude of people had gathered together so that they trampled one another, that's what the Bible says in Luke chapter 12, verse 1. Let's break down three key lessons just from that passage. 1, the truth always comes out. Jesus warns in that moment about the leaven of the Pharisees, which is hypocrisy. He tells them, that everything hidden will eventually be revealed. Think about that. The secrets that you whisper in dark rooms, they'll be shouted from the rooftops. Every mask that you wear, every pretense that you maintain out of fear, it eventually crumbles. Number 2, that Jesus says, we are to fear the right thing. Here's where Jesus drops some serious perspective. He says, don't fear those who can kill the body and afterward have nothing more that they can do. But instead he says, fear God, which is a reverent awe that makes you obey. It's like he's saying, you're worried about the wrong thing. These people that you're so afraid of, their power is temporary, right? This massive crowd that people are trampling one another. There's a fear that they'll get trampled. There's a fear that they won't have enough, that they have to trample on others to get to Jesus. And he is addressing those things in this moment. He's saying, he's kind of unpacking it bit by bit. He's saying, you guys are just bombarding me, and I want to illuminate for you why you are so afraid, why you feel like you have to step on other people and crush other people. You feel like that if you don't crush other people, that they'll reveal your secrets, which is why he says that every secret's going to be revealed. He says that you step on people and crush people because you put other people, Pharisees and rulers, in a place that they don't belong, right? And then the last thing that he's bringing out in this moment is to tell them that they are incredibly valuable. Here's where it really gets beautiful. Jesus reminds us that God keeps track even of the hairs of our head. He keeps track of the sparrows, tiny little birds worth barely anything at a marketplace or at a store. And God cares about them. He knows everything about you and he cares about you. And so Jesus, in this moment, when he's saying everything that you have ever whispered in the dark is going to be revealed. The people that you're trying to kiss up to, they're not good enough for you. And it would seem like those would create more fears, right? Because who wants all of their secrets revealed to everybody in the world? Who wants the people that you're trying to kiss up to be deposed or to be shown as a hypocrite? Then everybody looks at you like, oh, well, you were going after them, going with them. It's kind of like what happened in World War II, after Germany was defeated. A lot of the German people who who were still in the country were treated very, very badly because the outside world said, well, you agreed with this murderer, so you must be one of them. Therefore, you need to be treated poorly. And so Jesus is saying all of these things that are not comforting. They're more evocative than comforting. They're gonna evoke more fear. But then he follows it up with this beautiful thing. First of all, actually, I wanted to point out that what's happening physically mirrors what happens in the fear of man. They're trampling on each other. There's a big crowd of everybody and they're trampling each other down. That's exactly what happens with the fear of man. You trample on other people, whether you exalt them by kissing up to them, or you trample them by talking badly about them in your room, or you trample them by literally putting their ideas that they've given you as your own ideas, or any way that you can hurt another person or manipulate another person to put yourself ahead and to make it more secure for yourself, is this picture of trampling them. So he says at the very last, he says, you are incredibly valuable. He says, you're more valuable than a sparrow, than many sparrows. And what he's trying to do is he's trying to say, you can not speak badly about people in the back room. You can not try to kiss up to leaders. You can do what's right and fear God and prove that you fear God by obeying him. And you will not be put to shame. You will not be subject to the will of men who want to harm you. You will be protected and provided for by your Lord. Isn't that amazing? When we trample down others to protect ourselves, we act out of fear. When we compromise our integrity to please others, we're forgetting who really matters. When we let the fear of people control us, we're forgetting how valuable we are to God. So next time you feel pressure to compromise, remember that the truth is going to come out anyway. People's power over you is limited, and God has your back down to the smallest detail. Let me know in the comments what helps you stay true to your conviction when you're feeling pressured by others. Don't forget to like and to subscribe for more biblical insights that apply to our daily lives. Thank you for watching, and check out our other videos on practical biblical wisdom for today's challenges. Have a wonderful day.